You don't want to be atop the list of first team to hold a players-only meeting in a season. And you certainly don't want that to be on a date like, say, September 9th. But that is apparently what happened in Miami on Tuesday, Tom. What is happening with the Dolphins as you know it at present?
Well, that was about as bad of an opener as you could possibly imagine. You've got the entire summer to draw things up and figure out how you're going to attack this specific opponent. Granted, with some level of unknown because Lou Anarumo's, a new defensive coordinator in Indianapolis, but you've got years of tape on him in Cincinnati. You know what the personnel is. There were definitely some things that Lou, who's really good at his job, threw at the Dolphins, and it threw him off. But you got to be able to function at a higher level than they did. They had, miscues pre and post snap. As Mike McDaniel put it, the guys got caught up a little bit in the bells and whistles of week one. The fact that they had a players only meeting, I think more so speaks back to the emphasis through the offseason about mutual accountability. It was everybody staying together and being on the same page. And when I've talked to people in Miami coming off that, I mean, obviously nobody wants to see week one go like that, but the insistence I get is it's better than it was a year ago. We're still on course here. This is not absolute panic mode, but they got to come out and show it this week because you've got a Sunday game at home against the Patriots team that I was there in Foxborough. They really struggled. There were good moments on defense. There were not a lot of good moments on offense. If you can't beat the Patriots, who historically, by the way, have struggled in Miami, if you can't beat them on your home field, then you're turning around and playing a Thursday night game in Buffalo. You potentially could be 0-3, and that would be the first time that you're going to have people saying, oh boy, are they going to make a change if the Dolphins, get blasted in this game? I don't know that we're anywhere close to that point. I know how that organization feels about Mike McDaniel. There's no doubt that they have had fairly unique challenges through the course of this offseason in terms of making multiple big trades, signing starting corners in August, trading for Darren Waller, who's yet to play a snap, and he's ruled out again this week. And, Jalen Waddle's banged up with the shoulder now this week. Devon Achane may not have been 100%. Jalen Wright hasn't been healthy. There's a lot of stuff going around that team, and that's not to make excuses for them. They also lost two starting offensive linemen in the game last week. Austin Jackson's going to be out this week, and James Daniels is headed to injured reserve. I mean, that's a lot of moving parts that the Dolphins have. There's no doubt. I mean, there is not a bigger game on the schedule than week 2 right now for the Patriots, because if you go into Buffalo 0-2 national TV, and that game could get as ugly as games against Buffalo sometimes do, you're only going to, feel the pressure ratcheted up that much around that program. So it makes sense. Players get together and say, hey, that was awful, but we're not going to allow this to be the product again this Sunday.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.